Hello and welcome to your full body sculpt class. So for equipment today, we are going to need a yoga block, a set of hand weights. For reference, these are 2.5 pounds, and a ball. So today's gonna be fun. We're gonna start on the mat and then we're gonna bring it all the way up to stand. So go ahead and bring yourself down onto your back. You're gonna want your equipment nearby, but for the warm up, we will not need it. We are going to start, I'm actually gonna put it behind me so that you can see what I'm doing. To start, we're gonna go through some classical Pilates movements to really tap into our core, tap into our pelvic floor, and get that spinal movement going, which is what, Pilates is all about. So bring yourself down, and then we're gonna move into some sculpting stuff. So let's bring ourselves down. Start as always with our 360 breathing, one hand to your ribcage, one hand to your lower belly. We inhale through our nose. Let your ribcage expand at 360 degrees. Now as you exhale, think gently blow out a birthday candle across the room. Amazing. We inhale again, ribcage expands, so front, side, and back. Extra air flows down into the belly. Now as you exhale, slowly blow that birthday candle out. We're gonna add some layers. So inhale. Exhale. Now as you blow that birthday candle out, I want you to imagine that your pelvic floor is an elevator. It is closing and lifting. As you exhale. As you inhale, that elevator lowers back down to the basement, the door opens. Exhale, that elevator door closes and lifts up. Think floor 1, 2, 3. Amazing. And then inhale, that elevator door lowers down. Let's continue to add on into the deep core. So exhale, that elevator door lifts and closes. Now imagine you're pulling those hip bones energetically together. Tap into those TAs. Inhale, you relax. Exhale, lift, pull your hip bones together. Amazing, one more, inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor lifts, pull those hip bones together. Imagine zipping your belly button in and up. All right, we're gonna start to layer in some movement with that breathing pattern. So we're always gonna keep that breathing pattern at the forefront. We're gonna inhale here. Everything relaxes. Now as you exhale, lift that right knee up into tabletop. And then bring your foot back down. Exhale, left leg comes up into tabletop, and then inhale, bring it back down. For now, I want you to be in a neutral position with your pelvis, so you're not pressing your back into the mat. You could fit your fingertips underneath, but not wiggle them. Okay, that's your neutral pelvis. That's the zone we want to be in. Keep it going as you alternate. Really start to tap into the core. Exhale, pull those hip bones together. Rib cage stays in and down. We're gonna do one more each side. Beautiful. Now the next time your left knee is up, you're gonna hold it there. We have two options. If you are not curling up out of head, neck, and shoulders yet because you're still experiencing coning or doming, then you're just gonna do it from the ground. We're gonna hug that left knee in and send your right leg out straight, point your toes to a hover. From here, exhale, switch. Pull that right knee and your left leg goes long. Exhale, switch. Little inhale, exhale, switch. Now, if you want to add the chest curl, lift up your shoulder blades off of the mat and you alternate pulling that knee into your chest. Little single leg extension here. Keep your chin off of your chest. Think you got like Clementine, so you're not tucked all the way up, but you're not looking up at the ceiling, okay? Breathe. For 4. Next time, 3. 2. Next time you got that left knee in, I said it too early last time. Hold it there. Now you're going to bring your right leg down to the mat. Lower your head down. Bring your arms, press them into the mat. Left leg goes up. We're going to go into little leg circles here. So your leg is going to make a circle, cross it over your body to the right, and then bring it around and up. Again, over your body to the right. Bring it around and up. The goal here is to make sure that both of your sit bones and your hips, your pelvis, is staying nice and stable. The bigger the circle, the more challenging on your core. You go for 3 more. 3. And then you're going to hold that leg up to the ceiling. 2. Last 1. Hold your leg up to the ceiling. Float that right leg up to a hover. We switch. Little scissor, switch. Switch. Slow, controlled. If you want to add challenge, bring both of those hands behind your head, exhale it up, you switch, switch. For 3, for 2, for 1, right leg up to the ceiling, left leg down, both hands come down, head comes down, we circle. Now that right leg is coming over to the left side of your body. You circle down, up, and around. Making sure that your core is staying engaged this entire time. Good. We go for 4 more. 4. You should start to be feeling it now. Core should be warm. 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Bring both heels down to the mat. I want you to be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Arms are on the ground to start. Inhale here at the bottom. Rock your pelvis forward as you inhale, tailbone points down to the mat. A little articulation through the spine. Exhale, scoop through your lower body, lower abs. Pull yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Think there's a string attached to your tailbone, pulling it up to the ceiling. And then inhale 1 vertebrae at a time, comes all the way back down to the mat. You rock your pelvis forward. Exhale, scooping around, bring it all the way up. Inhale all the way back down, rock your pelvis forward. We're gonna do 1 more with this articulation, and then we're gonna take the articulation out. Beautiful, and bring it all the way down. Now find that neutral pelvis. So think hip bones and rib cage are in line. You can take your fingers like an L, you can be able to touch both, they're in a line. Reach your arms long over your head, palms are facing in, inhale here. Exhale, just lift your hips up in a regular bridge, so no articulation. Hips lift up, arms reach down by your hips. Hips lower, arms reach long by your ears. Exhale, squeeze at the top. Inhale, you lower. Good. We go for 4, 3, 2, keep that breath. 1, now hold your hips high, reach your arms up to the ceiling. We're gonna do a little alternating march. Your glutes are activated. Your goal is to keep both hip bones facing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee drives in, and then you bring it back down. Exhale, left knee drives in, and then you bring it back down. Alternating here, your deep core is working overtime to make sure that your hips stay stable. Good. All right. 1 more each side. And then we're bringing those hips down, and we are getting into our first series. We're gonna go into a little ball series. Little ball crunch core series. It's gonna be fun, okay? So go ahead and grab your ball for me. We are bringing it to right where our bra strap is, so right at the bottom to mid shoulder blades. We're gonna bring it right there, okay? So we don't want it in our mid back. Our mid back is going to bring us out of alignment. No, we want it right at the bottom of our shoulder blades, again, right where that bra line would be. We're gonna start with just a regular ball crunch to get into it, okay? So I want you to bring your knees bent. Your toes can be to the mat lightly here. Bring your hands behind your head. Elbows are nice and wide. Inhale, you arch all the way over the ball. Find that extension through your spine. Exhale, blow that birthday candle out. Imagine you're pulling yourself up from your lower abs. You come up through center. Inhale, we arch over the ball. Exhale, up through center. So let's just start to get into it here. Really tapping into your core. And then we're gonna start to add on. Now, I'm a layers gal when it comes to my class planning. So you're gonna hear me add on, or say add on, like through this whole series. You're so welcome. All right, keep it going. For 2, we add a right knee drive. In 1, just like this. So we inhale, arch over the ball. Exhale, up, right knee drives in. Bring your knee so it's right over your hip, and then you inhale, both your chest and your toes tap back down. Exhale, up, right knee drives. We're sticking with that right leg for now. All right? So now those lower abs are working, but I don't want your pelvis to be rocking while you drive that knee in. That's why I want it right over your hips, because if you pull it in, you can pull your pelvis out of alignment, and that's not what we're looking for here. All right, so keep it going. You are nice and strong. For 3. And then we're just switching it over to the left. Nothing crazy yet. 2. Last one, lift it up. Beautiful. Now those right toes are staying to the mat. Your left knee drives up as you lift your chest. Inhale, arch over the ball. Exhale, left knee drives. Remember when we were doing that elevator door and we were zipping our belly button in and up? Yes, I hope you were doing that with each time that knee rises and your chest lifts. Capiche? We go for 3 more. All right, you're nice and strong. 4, 3, scoop through that belly. 4, 2, 4, 1. Now, the fun part, we get to add both legs. We inhale, we arch all the way over the ball. Exhale up, both knees rise. Inhale, both toes tap down, chest comes down. Exhale, inhale, good. We are adding on in 3. We're holding that chest high. In 2. All right, you hold that chest high. Both knees come up into tabletop. Your right leg extends long. You bend. Inhale, toes tap as your chest comes down. Exhale, your chest lifts. Both knees come up into tabletop. Right leg extends. Bend back up to tabletop. Both toes come down, head comes down. Keep it going. Good. We add on in 3. You've got this. 4, 2. Beautiful. Last one. Now, the next time your right leg extends long, your left toes tap down. So exhale it up. Right leg goes long as your left toes tap, and then you bring both legs back into tabletop. Both come down. Exhale up. Right leg extends, left toes tap down. Bring it back up, and you bring it down. If the toe tap is throwing you off, stick with just the extension. Alrighty? You've got this. We go for 3. 4, 2. Last one. Now guess what we do? We go the other side. I almost did bring both of them down. Inhale it up. This time your left leg extends. Extend your leg long. Bring it back in. Toes come down, head comes down. Exhale it up. Left leg goes long. In. Toes down, chest down. Beautiful. We're here for 6. 5. I'm starting to feel it. My core is a-shaken. 3. Beautiful. We add that toe tap if it feels good. 2. 1 more. 1. All right, now, as that left leg extends, the toes tap if it feels good. You bring it up. Right leg goes long, right toes tap. Bring it in. Everything comes down. Exhale up. Left leg goes long, toes tap. Everything comes in. Good. All right, 4 more. Holding it up in 3. 2. 1 more. And 1. Now, inhale back over. Take a nice big exhale for me. Bring your chest up. Hold it up. Bring those toes up. Reach your arms in front of you. You alternate taps. Right, left, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both feet down. Arch yourself over the ball. Give your knees a little rock, a little sway. Whew, how's that feel? Good, I hope. You can carefully take that ball out from underneath you. We're gonna go into a fun little bridging series. Are you ready? I am. Okay. Place that ball off to the side. Okay. Bring both of your hand weights and your yoga block with you. You're gonna pop that yoga block underneath your left foot to start, and you're going to take a weight in each of your hands. We're gonna start with just a regular bridge. Hold your arms so that your elbows are in tight, palms are facing each other, and we're gonna bring it up to the ball of your right foot. We're gonna go into a little bridging series. So scoop through that lower belly, find a nice long spine. Inhale here. Now as you exhale, squeeze that left glute, press those weights up overhead. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your hips, press those weights up. Inhale, lower down. Keep it going. Amazing. You're here for 6, and then we're adding on. I know that's a surprise to you. 5, 4. We're gonna hold it high in 3. Last 2. Last 1, just like this. Now, next time your hips are high, you hold them high, weights are overhead. Now, as you bring your right knee into tabletop, your elbows bend into a little tricep bend, and then extend your arms as your right toes come down, hips come down, pull those weights down with you. Exhale, you press those hips up with the weight. Bend at your elbows, not drive that right knee into tabletop. Extend your elbows, those toes tap down. Inhale, pull down the weights with your hips. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, we press. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, all inhale. Beautiful. All right. We're here for 3. And then we hold those hips up. 2. How's that left glute feeling? Mine's awake. All right. 1. Now we hold those hips up high, just the bend, and toes tap down through the elbows. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Keep your glutes stable. You've got this. We're adding on in 3, 2, 1. All right. This time we inhale, bend, knee drives. Hold that knee up as you extend the arms, lower down, and you lift. All right? We are not dropping those toes anymore. They stay up. Bend, extend, then your hips lower, arms come to a fly. Exhale, you lift. Bend, extend, lower, fly, and lift. Beautiful. So still getting the tricep work in. Adding on a little bit of chest. We're here for 3. And then just the chest fly in 2. Beautiful. 1. Now, just those hips. Lower as you fly. Exhale as you lift. Inhale. Exhale. For 3. Beautiful. 2. Last 1. Hold those weights up. Toes to the ceiling. Point your toe. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Place those weights down. Bring your left ankle across your right knee. Rock and sway. Whew. All right. That's good, right? That felt good? That feel nice? Beautiful. All right. Whew. We're going right into the other side. So bring the yoga block so it is now underneath your right foot. Nice and tight to the glute. Grab those weights, pull them in so they're right by your side. Palms are facing each other. To the left toes you go. Here you go. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, press your hips up. Inhale, pull down with the weights. Exhale. Inhale, lower. We are here for 6. Then we add that little knee drive with the bend through the elbows. 5. 4. The fun thing about the second side is you know what's coming. The tough thing about the second side is you know it's coming. 2. One more like this. 1. All right. Inhale big for me at the bottom. Exhale, hips lift. Press those weights to the ceiling. As that left knee drives, your elbows are bending. And then they are extending as those toes come down, and then your hips come down and you pull. Exhale, press. A little bend in the elbows, knee drives up. Extend, toes tap down. Pull it down. Good. Whew, you're here for 5. And then we hold it up in 4. You're strong for 3. Last 2. All right, last one that you bring those hips down, all right? Exhale it up. Now we lift that knee. As we bend, do not drop your hips. All right, you hear me? You extend, tap the toes. You bend, lift the knee. You extend the arms, tap the toes. So just the toe taps and the tricep extensions. 5. We add on 4, 3. You're strong. 2. Last 1. Now hold that knee up for me in tabletop. You bend through the triceps, extend. As your hips come down, your arms fly wide. That left leg stays in tabletop though. Remember, we're single leg bridging it here. All right, bend just the elbows, extend. Hips come down with the fly. Exhale up. You're here for 6. 5. 4. 3. Almost there. 2. 1 more with the hips down. Whew, bring it up. Toes up to the ceiling, point those toes. You give me 10 little pulses this side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze your abs. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down. Whew, now bring that right ankle over your left knee. Rock, sway. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna bring it all the way up into standing. Isn't that fun? Okay, come all the way up to standing for me. We're gonna go into a little bit of a lunge series. Yay, all right. Yoga block comes up to the top of your mat. You have both weights into your hands. How's my hair looking? Good? Sure, I need to fix it as I talk you through the next part. So, next part here. We're going into a lunge series. We'll do everything on one side, and then we'll switcheroonie it to the other. The lunge series is fun. We will be smiling the entire thing, okay? Beautiful. All right, so grab both of your hand weights and your yoga block. Bring your left foot onto your yoga block and your right toes to the mat. We are starting with our arms longer, palms are facing in. We are just going into a lunge. Right leg is stepping back to start. Here we go. Inhale as that right leg drops down, almost hovers the mat. Exhale, bring it up. We are using, keep it going. We are using this yoga block here to make this a deficit lunge. That's gonna make sure that our range of motion is deeper. Really hitting it into the glute. Nice. You are strong for 5. We add a curl in 4, 3. Inhale down, exhale up. Last one like this. Now, next time you go down, inhale back, you curl those weights up to your shoulders. Exhale, stand, arms extend. Inhale into that lunge, curl the weights. Exhale up, you extend. Beautiful. Breathe for me here. We're here for 5 more before we add on. 5, 4. Really press that heel down. 3. Adding on into. Last one like this. All right, now we're gonna start to get into the nitty-gritty here. Are we ready? Woohoo! All right. Inhale back, you curl. Exhale, you extend. Those arms are staying at 90. Fly them out to the side. Inhale, bring them back in. They're still at 90 degrees. Sink that back knee back down into your lunge. Exhale, you stand, then your arms go long, okay? Inhale, you bend, curl those weights up. Exhale, you hinge, your arms are at 90 by your side, your elbows are tight. Fly them out to 90, squeeze your shoulder blade. Bring them back in, lower the knee as those weights come up to your shoulders. Exhale, you stand. Do you notice how slow we are doing this? Hinge to 90, fly, lower. As your knee lowers, those weights come back up to your shoulders, and then you stand. Good. As you fly those weights, I want you to think that your shoulder blades are sliding together. Okay? You've got this. We're here for 3 more like that. And then we take out the stand. Okay? 2. Last one. Inhale down. This is the last time we're coming up to stand. Okay? Okay. Inhale it back. Curl those weights. Exhale. Fly. Inhale. Lower to the lunge. Hinge. Fly. Lower to the lunge. Good. You're here for 4. We add on. You're strong for 3. 2. Last one like this. And then we add on. Alrighty? You inhale down. Exhale, hinge. Fly those weights out to 90. Press your arms overhead. Pull back to 90. Lower those arms by your side. Inhale down into your lunge. Exhale, you hinge. You fly. Press those weights overhead. Pull them down and lower. Good. You're here for 4 more. 3. You've got this. How's that glute? 2. Last one. Now, find your hinge. Arms are wide. Press it overhead. Pull. Press. Pull. Just that press. For 4. Hold your arms long. 3. Nice long spine in 2. Hold your arms long by your ears. And then you fly those weights around the world, bring them down to your hips. Fly those weights back up overhead, bring them to your up over your head, not to your shoulders. Little around the world action happening. For 3, sink it lower into that front leg. 2, hold your arms nice and long, flip your palms to face each other. Tap those right toes in as you sweep your arms back. Tap those right toes back as you sweep your arms forward. Good. You are strong. You only have 1 more move after this. You go for 4. Good. 3. You're strong. 2. You're strong. 1. Keep those toes in. Bring your weights together. You pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Smile. 2, 1. Bring it up. Whew. Shake it out. How you doing? Good, great, grand, wonderful. Give a little tap, tap through the butt. All right. We are gonna hit it on the opposite side. You can stay right where you are. I'm just gonna switch it around so that you can see what my working leg is doing, okay? So don't you worry. You stay right where you are. This time, our right foot is underneath the yoga block. We've given that left glute plenty of love. Yeah? We are switching it out. Alrighty. Let's go. I was just giving us an extra second there. Could you tell? All right, left foot is on the yoga block. Your right toes are to the mat. Both hands have the weights to start. We're just doing that Simple, simple 90 lunge, okay? So inhale, bring those left toes back, bring it down, exhale up, nice long spine. Okay, just notice I was dumping into that left side. Work to keep your hips nice and even. Again, we're doing a deficit lunge, which means we are using the height of the yoga block so that we can bring a deeper hinge through our hips. Give me 5 more here. 5, and then we add that curl. 4. You've got it. For 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Awesome. We add the curl. Here we go. Inhale back, you curl. Exhale up, you stand. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. All right, 6 more like this. Then we add that hinge. 4. Just finding the willpower from within. 3. 2. All right, girls, there we go. 1 more like this. Now, inhale, bring it back into that lunge, you curl. Exhale, arms come to 90 by your sides, you hinge it forward. Fly the weights, shoulder blades slide in. Close the weights. Bring that knee down, weights come back up to your shoulders. Exhale, we stand. Good. Inhale back. Exhale, hinge to 90. Fly the weights, close the weights, drop that back knee, and stand. Amazing. You're here for 5. You've got this. For 4, my left glute still shaking. My right glute is joining. All right. You got 2 more here. And then we take out that stand. All righty? Beautiful. Let's go. You inhale it back. Hinge. Fly. Last time we stand. You ready for this? Let's set that glute to the wind. Here we go. You hinge. Fly. Close. Drop the knee. Bring the weights to your shoulder. You hinge. Fly. Close. Drop the knee. Whew. All right. Each time you hinge, that back leg goes straight. Squeeze your shoulder blades for the fly. You've got this. 4. We hold the hinge. In 3. Starting to sweat. 2. All right, last one. Hold that hinge. Bring your arms out to 90. Press them overhead. Pull to 90. Close. Open. Press. Pull. Close. Sink a little bit deeper into that right glute. You can. For 5, 4, 3, keep that long spine, chin off your chest. Holding your arms long in 2. Hold those lungs on in 1. Now, around the world, those arms stay straight as you bring them to your hips. Keep that micro bend through your elbows so you're not locking out. Bring them all the way back up overhead. Swoop them down to your hips. And swoop them up to your head. I want 80% of your weight in that right glute. 4. Hold your arms long. 3. You're strong, almost there. 2. 1. Hold those arms long, palms flip to face each other. Left toes tap in as you sweep those arms back straight. Sweep them forward, toes tap back. You got this. Little scooter for 8. Almost there. 7. You're strong. 6. 5. Scoop your belly. 4. 3. Toes are in 2. Last 1. Toe stays in, palms to each other. Here you go. You pulse. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Add 2. 2 because I started at 6. 1. Shake it out. You got 8 pulses on the other side, so you had to get 8 pulses on this one. Whew. Shake it out. If you want to come down, bring your hands down to the mat. A little press out through the knees. That works for me. All right, guess what? We have one more series. We got a little squat series. That was really focused on the glute. Now we're gonna hit those quads. You ready? Final standing series here. So bring the yoga block to the center of your mat, and you're gonna grab both of your weights. So we are gonna have our heels up. So before we had our full foot on the yoga block, okay? Now we're gonna have our balls of our feet to the floor and our heels up on the yoga mat, the yoga block. This is gonna make sure that our knees are going over our toes. That is okay to happen. I don't know where that myth came from, but that's fine. All right, bring those weights up to your shoulders. Ready? Starting with just a squat, very simple, nothing crazy, okay? Here you go. Inhale down, nice and deep. Exhale up. This is a narrow squat because both of our heels are on the yoga block. Good. Slow and controlled to start. We're just here for 6. 5. 4. We add a press. In 3. Whew. In 2. All right, last one. Now, as we bring it down, we press those weights up over our head. And then we pull those weights down as we come to stand. Sink it down, weights press. Pull. Good, 6 more. You're amazing. 4, we're holding it low. 3, you've got this. 2, hold it low, both arms overhead. Right arm pulls, right knee presses out. Pull left, left knee presses out. Pull, you stand. Ready? Inhale, lower, both weights go up. Right knee presses out, pull that right arm down. Left knee presses out, pull that left arm down. Stand. All right, 4 more. You've got this. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Holding it low. Last one. The fun part is, this is the last time you're standing. Okay? Sink it low. Press those weights up to the side. Are you ready? Bring them down. The fun part is that I'm letting you bring them down. Hold your weights at your chest. Little arms at 90, sink it lower. Pulse, arms come up to 90. Pulse, arms come back in. Pulse, arms up. Pulse, arms down. Good. Almost there. 3, you're staying low. Do not stand. Not here for a long time, here for a good time. 2. 1. Hold those arms. Bring them to your chest. Press the weights. Right toes, bring it back. Left toes tap. Bring it back. Good. We're going to add a little bit of momentum, a little bit of movement. In 3. Good. Sink it lower. 2. 1. Now, step it out. Stay on the balls of your feet. Sink it low. Bring it up. Heels to the mat, to the block. Left toes. Sink it low. Good. This is fun. We're smiling. How are those quads? Good? Great. Grand. Wonderful. All right, 3 more. All right, 2 more. Whew. Last one. And then you know I'm not going to end class without a pulse. Hold it low. Whew. We pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, little lower. 6, 5, smile. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Stand. Shake. Place those weights down. How are we feeling? Good, great, grand, wonderful. Whew, all right. We're closing it out with a bear plank series. We have 3 moves, and then you are done, stretching, and good to go. Bring it down to your mat. Whew, all right. Both hands are down onto the mat, wrists are right underneath your shoulders, knees are right underneath your hips. Curl your toes. Inhale here. Exhale, knee drives. Up. Inhale, knees tap down. Exhale, knees drive up. Inhale, knees tap down. Good, go for 6. We hold it up in 5. Really pull that lower belly in. 3. Good. 2. Now you hold those knees up. 1. You're amazing. Alternating toe tap backs. Right tap back, bring it in. Left tap back, bring it in. Good. 6. Exhale each time you lengthen. 5. Squeeze those armpits in. You have 1 more move in 4. 3. You've got this. 2. All right, last one each side. And then don't drop. Bring those knees in. Right hand, left knee, bring it down. Left hand, right knee, bring it down. This is your last move of the day. You go 5, 4, 3, pull it in for 2. You're strong for 1, and drop those knees down. You made it. You're amazing. Both hands are on the mat, both knees are on the mat. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, open up through your chest. Give yourself a nice arch through your lower back. Exhale, you scoop and round. Inhale, you open. Exhale, scoop and round. Little cat-cow here. This should feel good. Last one. Amazing. Bring yourself to neutral. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Thread it under your left. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Thread it underneath your left. Good, little mobility through your thoracic spine here. Beautiful. Next time you're down there, rest yourself down. Whew. If you want to send your left hand to the back, lower back, you can for a little extra twist. Big inhales, nice long exhales. Beautiful. Bring that left hand down, right arm comes down. Switching sides, left arm reaches, right arm threads. Don't skip the cool down. It's just as important as the workout. Hold. Again, you can take that right arm to the lower back if it feels good. Breathe. Woo! Today was fun, yeah? You had fun? I had fun. 2 and 1. Whew. All right. We're gonna bring those big toes together, knees slightly wider. Inhale as you rock your hips back, and then exhale all the way out. Bring your hips down. Inhale, rock it back. Exhale, bring your hips forward. Good. For 2. Last 1. Good. Bring yourself into that child's pose. Reach your arms forward and then walk them all the way over to the right. Bring your left hand over your right and breathe. Feel that nice side body stretch through your left side. On your next exhale, walk your hands over to the left palm down, right arm over, and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself to seated. Whew. Send that right leg long, reach for your toes. So, today we worked core. Switch sides. glutes, both in bridging and in lunges, arms and quads. Whew. Bring those heels together. Cross your ankles, one hand rib cage, one hand belly. So you should be proud of yourself. Big inhale through your rib cage. Exhale long. Inhale deep. Just as we started, you exhale long. One more big inhale. Long exhale. And congratulations, you have completed your full body sculpt day. As always, I hope you feel stronger than you started, and I will see you next time. Bye.